The Mobile County Public School System presents Homeroom with Nancy Pierce.
Hello and welcome to Homeroom. I'm Nancy Pierce, Communications Supervisor for the Mobile County Public School System. And I'm so glad you joined us today. I have two very special guests. You'll see one of them a little bit later. Right now I have Dwight Smith from the fire department with me, and he is an inspector among a number of things. Good to have you here.
Glad to be here.
This is your first time?
Yes.
You aren't nervous, right?
Yes.
No, you aren't. No, you are not. Dwight, as you can see, is holding a smoke detector in his hands. How many of you have smoke detectors that actually work? I think I might be a guilty party that needs to do some things. How important are those?
Well, smoke detectors are very important, especially here in Mobile. One of the major problems that we have, especially with fire education, that we teach that most people downplay fire alarms.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Why do you think we do that? And I'm really including myself in that. I could say why I do it, but why do you think most people do?
Well, many people believe that they have time, even if they have a fire in their home, that they are able to get out safely, but this is not true.
Because the fire is so fat, it comes in so quickly and moves so quickly, or what?
Well, most fires occur at night when people are sleeping. And not only that, but even members of our body falls asleep also, which is our nose.
Oh.
And when our nose falls asleep, then we can't hear or smell the smoke.
Sure.
And so with that in mind, so if we have a fire in the house, our room is able to fill up within minutes. And that gives a person only seconds to get out of fire. But if they have a good working smoke alarm, then that would give them more time to get out safely.
Phew, it's scary, but it's important that people know this. A lot of people have a fire alarm that is tied in with their phone. A lot of them have batteries, a lot that are different ways. Is there one that's better than another?
Well, it depends on what they're used for.
Okay.
I could say this, Mr. Landberg and I both agree with this. We tell people we like adding smoke alarms instead of taking away smoke alarm. But when a smoke alarm is over 10 years old, it's time to replace it or add one.
Okay.
Now we have hardwire, which is in the International Fire Code 2009, that we push very hard when we ask residential or ask assemblies or mercantile buildings or even business. These smoke alarm interlock, so when they hear one smoke alarm, they all sounds together. And so all smoke alarms are very important, depends on what they're used for.
Wow, well that's, now mine I think is hooked up to the fire department. So if mine were to go off, then you would get a call, somebody, whichever fire station is closest, and then you would come?
Most likely, yes, we will. Most smoke alarm can be tied into your alarm system or within your fire system. And so if this is the case, it goes to a central unit, which that central unit calls out to 911, whether it's police or fire. And if it's a fire, then most likely it's going to come to us.
How many do I need?
Well, it just depends. Smoke alarms are...
I want a regular answer.
Well, it depends on your bedrooms, how many bedrooms you have, whether you have a basement, whether you have an attic. These are very important. This determines how many smoke alarms that you do need.
Put a smoke alarm in the attic?
Well, in the upper rooms or upstairs, yes.
Okay.
Now, in the past, they did have smoke alarms for the attics, which I think they have taken that away. So.
But that does make sense to have a smoke alarm in the attic. Because I have an attic, but I don't have a smoke alarm up there.
Well, years ago they did, and what had happened, the old smoke alarm that they did use screwed into the light fixture.
Ooh. And
what happened was that somebody took that smoke alarm and brought it downstairs and used it in their light fixture, which later, they had a fire. So the smoke alarm is here, down low, and it need to be up. Then the problem that falls with that is that when this resident did catch on fire, it was too late because the smoke alarm didn't sound on time. So,
how many fires, home fires, residential fires, do we have in Mobile a year? Do you have an average of?
Well, in Alabama, I can answer that. We had so far 81 fatalities that's due to fire. And
this
Alabama
year?
This year.
Oh my gosh.
And so Alabama right now is leading the pack in fatalities and fires. So.
And most of them didn't have smoke detectors?
Well, it just depends. And, some may have them but took the batteries out.
Need them for the remote control of your TV.
Yes, that could be a good answer. Or some, when they cook, they take them down, or they take the batteries out also. So it just depends on the person and the usage of that fire alarm at that stage.
So I need to get new batteries or new something, because how can I test mine?
Well, we request through here locally through our fire educational program to replace your battery twice a year and test your fire alarm once a month.
But how do I do that?
Well, they have
Hold
a test
candle?
button.
Oh, no.
They have a test button on them that you can press, and once you press that button, you should hear the beeping sound from the smoke alarm.
How do you turn it off? Just press it again?
No, it goes off by itself.
Because that's it. I know it is life-saving, but if it accidentally goes off or something, it really is loud. And I'm sure that's why a lot of people take the batteries out, or, you know, you always think it won't happen in my house, right?
It's always a possibility. You know, we sometimes forget when we cook, we have candles, and you know, and we sometimes forget, and it's good to have smoke alarms in your house.
We've got a display of several. Some of them look really old. Tell me about these.
Well, you have different types of smoke alarms here. This is a carbon monoxide. If you have gas in your house, it's good to detect gas. Then you have the photoelectric, which picks up the smoke in your resident. Then you have voice, which kids, this is one of the major attributes to this new technology that we have with kids, because parents can record their voice, and the kids, they listen to the parents' voice, so they're able to wake up at night.
Wow.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I was thinking that the one that is the voice control, I thought, oh, that's an old one because it looks old.
No.
It's just been used a lot. This one is, I mean, so that's the voice.
Both of these are
Both
voice.
of these are the voice?
Yes.
Wow. What? Okay, and that's the photo cell. That's tiny.
Yes.
Tiny, tiny. Mine looks like that.
And mine's do too.
And then what about this? Isn't that with your alarm system?
It ties, and you can tie smoke alarms into your alarm system, especially when we do testing, especially with new residential, whether they're apartments or hotels, they are tied into your alarm system where they sound when the alarm system goes off also.
So it's really not one is better than the other. It depends on where it's used.
Right, exactly. Depends on if you're in the mercantile, then it's a different smoke detector, or you are in the residential. It just depends, because you want something, especially in a residential, to pick up the smoke. And photoelectric sensors are good for that.
It's all kind of scary, but it's important.
It's very important, and it saves lives. And you know, that's one of the reasons that we push so hard to have smoke alarms in your house, you know, in your homes, because this can save your life, especially during the night when you're asleep.
We need to take a break, so we will be back with much more from our good folks from the fire department, so stay with us.
I'm Ashley Rich, Mobile County District Attorney. The failure to obey school bus safety laws will cost you. It can cost you up to a $3,000 fine and the loss of your driving privileges.
But more than that, it could cost the life of a child. That's why the Mobile County Public School System is urging you to stop and obey all bus traffic laws. Hi, I'm Pat Mitchell, Director of Transportation for the Mobile County Public School System. We're asking you to obey all bus safety laws. It could save a life. Remember, stop ahead when you see red. Our future depends on it.
For me, it started back in 1942 when my family moved to Mobile, and I began my high school career at Murphy High School. Today, it's so important to be able to ingrain in yourself what are you going to do in future life, and you need to be prepared. And so subsequently, everything at Murphy was very important in my life, and so it was instrumental in preparing me for future life and future profession that I wanted to be in.
Back to Homeroom, we're talking about fire safety. We're talking about fire safety in your home, and how your children will learn about what to do if there is a fire, or how to protect themselves against having a fire. We just talked about smoke alarms, and please promise me that you will check your smoke alarm today. If it needs batteries, change your battery. If it's too old, get a new one, 10 years max. And make sure that you have more than one in your house because you have more than one room. And each room is going to need at least one. I want you safe and sound. I'm going to do the same thing when I get home. But right now I have Kent Landsberg. He is our fire educator from the fire department. And we've seen Kent so many times with Precious, our wonderful bird that tells us, parrot, who tells us how to drop. What does parrot do?
Stop, drop, and roll.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Crawl low under smoke.
See?
Scream fire.
But we'll have Precious later. She can't come on today. She's a little under the weather. But I've got this big old hunky fire extinguisher. I could hardly lift it. Now, how would I go about picking this thing up? Excuse me. Picking this up, pulling the pin, and then I assume I would have to aim, right?
Right.
Right. I can't do that, and I'm not a weakling.
Well, I imagine when you had a real fire, you'd get a little extra muscle.
Right, a little adrenaline going.
But the main thing is, if all else fails, one of the problems that we have with fire extinguishers is people don't pull the pin. And even professional people forget the first step is pick it up
and
pull the pin. And the pin is a little round tag here.
You won't let me pull it.
And I actually asked my wife what she would do, and she said, well, I get some scissors and cut the tab off. You know, the tab is a breakaway tab.
Okay.
So all you have to do is stick your finger in the little pin, twist and pull, and that gets it ready to go.
Okay.
All right, now we're going to put that one down.
I know, he won't. You never
we're
let me
gonna-
have fun. Okay.
We're going to practice with one that's probably what you
okay.
have in your kitchen.
Can I actually use this one or no?
Well, we'll get a little powder out of it, but
Little?
basically you pick it up,
Okay.
you put your hand on the handle.
On the handle.
and,
Like this?
Nope, like this.
What?
And you push down on the top.
Am I going to shoot you?
You might. Nope, it's empty. Thank goodness.
Oh.
But the main thing is
It's empty.
you want to aim at the base of the fire.
Okay.
A lot of people look at the flame or the smoke.
Sure.
And you have to cover the fuel. That's what you're trying to do.
I didn't know that.
So look at the very bottom where the fuel is, what's burning.
Okay.
But you don't want to attack a fire that's larger than a trash can, because this fire extinguisher, how long do you think the powder would come out once you squeeze the handle?
Probably not long.
Give me a guess.
30 seconds?
10.
Oh.
Even the large fire extinguisher is only going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
You're
9, 10.
kidding me.
And it's
that's
gone.
it?
That's it. No more. It's
And
not
my
a fire
fire's
truck.
still there.
Yeah, it's not a fire truck. It's a fire extinguisher.
Okay.
But it's also going to spray a lot of white powder,
Right.
which means everybody's going to get white powder everywhere, which means.
Nobody wants that.
No.
You got the fire, the
The
smoke,
fire's bad
everything, and
enough.
you don't want
Right.
this. Okay.
But guess what?
Okay.
They've
We
invented
have
something
something
new.
Okay.
Newest thing on the market.
This looks like you fill a tire with it, you know.
Hand me the little one.
Okay.
Believe it or not, this one is called a Tundra.
Yeah.
This will put out 8 times more fire than this.
You're kidding me.
And it will last more than 10 seconds, but no powder. It comes out as a wet product, works on grease fires, works on electrical fires. I actually had an electrical fire at my house, works very well.
And you use that?
Yeah, but not only that, all you need is a wet sponge to clean it up.
That's what it says right here.
Just a wet sponge.
Okay, how do I
And
do this one?
It's environmentally friendly,
Oh,
and it's all natural products. It won't hurt you. So you can use it just anywhere you want, except a car.
why not a car?
What happens to a Coke can in the summertime in a car?
It explodes.
It's
We
a
don't want
can.
this to
No.
explode.
So don't
Can
use
I
it for your
open
car.
this or not? Oh, it's sealed, isn't it?
Yeah, it is sealed, just so that
You
it
did
doesn't
that on
accidentally. So, I know you're wet. But this is available at Home Depot, Lowe's, and it's only $13.
Tundra.
But there's something even better.
What?
Where is your fire extinguisher at your house?
In the closet, in my kitchen.
And the babysitter doesn't know that probably.
I don't have a babysitter.
Well, anyway.
I'm a little old for
You
that.
may forget where you put it.
Right.
This will fit in the kitchen drawer
Oh, that's good.
or in your husband's toolbox or in the garage. But you can put it anywhere because it doesn't take up a lot of space.
Do you need one for every room?
I would say upstairs, downstairs,
Okay.
garage.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
At least. Wow, this is really cool. And you can buy this
$13,
13 bucks.
Home Depot, Lowe's.
Tundra, buy one today
Easy
or
to
tomorrow.
use.
This is really good.
Really
This is,
good.
How long has it been out?
It's been out about 5 years.
Oh.
But
Do
no-
a lot of people know about it?
No, very few people. As a matter of fact, when you go to the store and you're looking, you'll have fire extinguisher, and everybody
Right.
thinks bigger is better.
Sure.
So they buy the biggest one.
Yeah.
And then right next to it will be these,
Is
and
this,
nobody
no,
knows
yeah.
what they are. You know.
Well, when I first saw it, I thought it was something to fill your tire up when you
Right.
need some air. But, oh, this is really neat.
But you know what's really good about it?
What?
When we had a fire at my house, my wife didn't know how to use a fire extinguisher. But you know what she does know how to use?
This?
Hairspray,
Oh, sure.
bug spray.
Of course, yeah.
She knows how to use those.
Right. And it's basically the same
It's the
thing.
same thing.
Yeah, as long as it's open. You don't
Right.
want to take the time to open it. This is amazing. Do you okay, so electric, a fabric, a trash fire, a grease fire. Oh, grease
And
fires.
easy cleanup.
I think a lot of people have grease fires, and what do? They pour water on it?
Or baking soda.
Baking soda.
And put their hand in there and get it burned.
Right,
And you
right.
should use the lid,
Okay.
or never leave it cooking,
Cooking
while
while
you go
you're
out
leaving,
doing
or while
something
you're,
else.
if you walk away. I really like, this is great. May I have this?
Yes, I'll give it to you.
Kidding. I'm kidding, but I wouldn't mind having it. Oh, that's so, I can't believe this. I haven't looked for a fire extinguisher in, I'm not going to tell you how many years, because then you'll know how old my fire extinguisher is.
They're only 5 years.
Oh, so
If it's more than 5 years old,
I
it's
thought this one was 10.
no, 5.
No? Oh,
And if it's plastic, it's
okay.
one-time use and throw away.
Okay.
But don't throw it in your garbage can.
Why? What am I
when the
supposed to do with it?
When the garbage man picks it up and
Right.
puts it in the back of the truck and it explodes and white powder goes everywhere, the hazmat team's going to have to be called to see what it is.
Does this really happen?
Yes, it's happened several times. Never put one of these in the garbage. Take it to a fire extinguisher place and let them recycle the powder and use it properly. But don't just throw it out in the backyard, and don't just throw it in the trash
We have
can.
fire extinguisher places?
Yes, people who recharge fire extinguishers, they're all over town.
Really?
They reuse it.
Are they in the phone book?
Yes.
You are a wealth of information for
Thank
me
you.
today and
that's
for
good.
the audience. What about this guy? What do you do with this one?
Take it to a...
Same thing.
Yes, and they can resurface it and recondition it and repressurize it and check the gauge to make sure it's working properly. Or you can move it to the garage and buy a new one for your inside.
I like it. This is amazing.
One thing about smoke alarms that we forgot to mention.
What?
You ever have your smoke alarm go beep?
Oh, yes. That means the battery's dead or
Yeah.
dying?
But did you know you can get a 5-year battery? You can even get a...
Specifically for your smoke alarm, or
Right.
just,
It's
okay.
a 9, you can get a 5-year or even a 10-year smoke alarm battery. Some of the new
Wow.
smoke alarms that come out have the battery built inside, and it's good for 10 years. And you know what?
What?
That works out to be about 30 nights sleep that you're not going to lose, because it's not going to go off in the middle of the night
I love that.
because the
Because
battery's
that
going
is
in.
so annoying. I
It's
have to
very
say,
annoying.
it's
And-
very
and-
annoying.
And I think that's probably one of the main reasons people take the batteries,
batteries out.
Take the battery out at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
They plan to put a new battery in, but they're busy and
Of
they
course.
forgot. And then before long, 6 months goes by and there's no smoke alarm battery. And
Aren't there ones that are that you wire to?
hardwired ones
Are those good?
Well, of course, and by code,
Okay.
that's what they're required to be, is
Okay.
so that if one goes off on one side of the
Okay.
house, they all go off. But if your house is hit by lightning,
Yeah.
you know,
Sure.
so they do have a battery backup built into them.
Okay.
But we're talking about life insurance here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my house, I have like 16 smoke alarms. I have a hardwired one for when
Okay.
I'm not home, but I also have independent battery operated ones in case it gets hit by lightning.
Sure.
Or if we have a hurricane, don't have any power,
Right.
then my battery freestanding ones will go off. And then I have photoelectric ones for electrical fires, so that if it's an electrical fire, one smoke alarm. If it's another fire, I have a talking smoke alarm for kids.
What's it say?
Well, you can record
Record it.
or you can have one that actually says fire, fire,
Uh-huh.
carbon monoxide, bad battery, and it actually talks to you. But children normally don't wake up to the sound of a regular smoke alarm.
Mm-hmm.
A talking smoke alarm or the parent's voice screaming
Sure.
will wake a child up much faster than beep, 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 because everything in your house beeps.
Right. True.
Dryer beeps, microwave beeps,
Uh-huh.
and kids, you know, they
So
get used to
they'll hear.
beeps and they
Right.
don't care what a beep is.
This is good stuff. This really is good stuff. I'm going to have to remember all this. You should write it down for me. But truly, I mean, it really is amazing, and I feel very badly about the way I'm taking care of myself, my husband, by not having an up-to-date smoke alarm, and we don't have a whole lot. Let's go back to carbon monoxide. Should everybody have a carbon monoxide detector?
Well, again, you have to decide how much protection you have. When you
Oh.
buy life insurance, you decide how much life
Okay.
insurance you're going to have.
Okay.
You need to decide how much protection you want to have. But you should have enough smoke alarms to cover one for every bedroom
Okay.
and one for every level. So if you have a basement, you need one in the basement. You have main floor, each bedroom. If you have a bedroom upstairs, that bedroom upstairs.
Carbon monoxide too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Carbon monoxide is for primarily if you have gas appliances. If you
Okay.
have gas piped to your house, the largest contributor for carbon monoxide is a gas leak in the heating unit.
Okay.
So your heating unit over the summertime gets rusted where the heat exchanger is.
Sure.
And it comes on and it's blowing some gas into the heating unit, but it's
Right.
also allowing some carbon monoxide to come out. Or you get a squirrel build a nest in the chimney on your water heater. And the gas goes up the chimney, but the squirrel nest is up there and it stops the carbon monoxide from going up, so the carbon
comes right
monoxide
back
comes back down. And of course, during hurricanes, people always have their generators going, and
Sure.
they don't want anybody to steal the generator.
Right.
So they put the generator in the garage, shut the garage door so nobody will steal the generator,
good.
and they've carbon monoxide their house because any combustion engine is going to produce carbon monoxide. So that's where the carbon monoxide detector comes in.
Dwight had said that in the state of Alabama, there have been this year 87 deaths from fire. And I need to take another break, so help me remember that thought, okay?
Okay.
When we come back, we'll be right back.
I went to Murphy High School. In fact, to this day, my blood bleeds blue and gold. To this day, some of my best friends are the high school football buddies that I had. We really had a wide array of classes available to us. All of my future relates back to the foundations that were given to me by the wonderful teachers and principals that I had when I was a kid.
I saw Mr. Tillman's class. Just that quick little 5 minutes I had with him made me think that I really wanted to do small engines. I just love tinkering with them, just a gearhead. Graduating from the Career Tech Center has allowed me to better myself, make more money, be more informed about the trade that I'm going to be in. I just felt like doing a trade is just better than working in an office or something. I have to be outside working with my hand or something.
MCPSS Career Tech. Start your future today.
And welcome back to Homeroom. Glad you stayed with us. We're talking about fire protection. I have with me right now Kent Landsberg, who is the educator for the fire department. And I've interviewed him several times. It's always a delight because he has so much information. You've already been a wealth of information today, and shame me into the fact that I need to go fix my fire alarms because I don't want to be one of those statistics of how many people have died in the state of Alabama. And you told me during the break, 300, probably a fire a day in Mobile.
Right. And on average, we have one fire a day. It may not be, it may be a car fire, it may
Right.
be a single room fire, maybe a kitchen fire, not necessarily a total house fire. But we have a lot of fires, and we've actually had a rash of serious fires in the last month.
Any reason why?
They're all different reasons.
Okay.
You know, like all different fire alarms.
Right.
You know, you have all different reasons.
Okay.
But mostly, almost all of fires are preventable. They're human error. Somebody gets careless. They use too much lighter fluid, or they start cooking and their child's screaming and they think they're being kidnapped, and they run out the door and they turn around and the kitchen's on fire.
Right.
You know.
Sure.
So there's lots of different reasons, but primarily it's negligence and carelessness and trying to multitask. You know, when you-
As
when
we
you-
always do. Well, I want to talk about what you're doing in the schools because it is fabulous. It is absolutely fabulous. If you have children in the Mobile County Public School System, you might want to talk to them about what did Kent say? What do they call you?
Fireman Kent.
They call you Fireman Ken.
Fireman Kent.
Okay. So Fireman Ken, between you and I, we have Learn What to Do, No Dragons for Tea, which is a fabulous book that is available for teachers.
It's in all elementary school libraries, but that's not all. There's more.
Am I surprised?
One of the things, and this is the latest and newest and easiest teacher thing that we've ever had.
Okay.
In the media centers, we have provided in all elementary schools have No Dragons for Tea.
Right.
But we also have The Tale of Sir Dragon, which is about bullying.
Oh, okay.
We also have Osmo pedestrian safety. We also have bicycle safety. We have all these materials. We even have a little CD here. And you can actually put this in your smart board, and you can actually watch a fireman getting dressed into their full turnout
Right.
gear on the smart board
Oh,
in
that
the
is cool.
classroom, and the teacher doesn't have to do anything.
Wow.
And there's a website called Survive Alive,
That's easy to remember.
Survive Alive.
Right.
And it actually has printables and games, and it actually has talking firemen on the smart board. So the teacher doesn't even have to do anything but go to the website, push play, and boom, away it goes.
And there's also firefax.org, another.
Firefax.org.
Okay.
But this CD is in the media center.
Okay.
So if you can't internet access, you can go get the CD, put it in your computer, and it'll do the same
And
thing.
there it is. Wow.
It's got games, it's got puzzles, it's got mazes, and it's got talking firemen explaining the fire truck. You can even take a ride on a fire truck.
Really?
Yep,
Oh, okay.
on the smart board.
Right. On the That's so funny. And you do often bring your dragon, who's Dusty. Dusty's kind of the dragon for tea, and of course we have this wonderful picture of Dusty. I think Dusty's very cute. And he teaches good lessons to the kids.
Dusty was actually born in Mobile. And Dusty is a
real dinosaur.
A real dragon puppet.
Oh.
And he tells us, and he kind of mirrors the story, but understand the No Dragon for Tea book is in the schools, and it teaches the children what to do. But you know the most important thing about this?
What?
This book has already saved 21 lives in the city of Mobile.
Are you kidding me?
These
How'd
are
you find out about that?
These are documented cases. We
Wow.
know of 4 others that I don't have proof on, but these have been in the media or on the newspaper where children, we actually had a little girl saved 6 people.
Because of she
knew
her
what to
teacher
do.
had read. Oh my gosh.
Her teacher told her what
Oh
to do.
my gosh, that's fabulous.
We even had, at Just 4, we had a little boy that went home, told his parents to test the smoke alarm. His parents were teachers.
Oh,
A month later, what happened?
fire?
And they all got out safely.
But had they not tested their smoke alarm?
There you go. Had the little boy not taken his lesson home, and had the parents not listened,
Sure.
we would have lost 2 teachers.
That's amazing. And the little boy. But that book is great. Is that book for sale too? Can you
Yeah,
buy the book?
it's on the internet, Amazon.
Amazon.com.
You can get them used. These are soft cover, you know,
Right.
but they're already in the media center.
Well, everybody likes dragons. I mean, come on.
But
Okay.
we have something even better.
What?
Even better.
What? We only have 2 minutes, so. Disney's Timon and Pumbaa Safety Smart About Fire. Oh my gosh.
We have
From the Lion King?
2 of these fire, and they're Lion Kings. The kids already know them, but it even gets better. In 12 minutes, this will tell a child everything that they need to know in cartoon form, but it's even better.
What?
It's in 18 different languages.
Oh my gosh.
So if you have Spanish children here, they have no idea what a smoke alarm is because they
Okay.
don't have smoke alarms.
Okay.
If you have somebody here from Taiwan, they don't know what a smoke alarm is. You can actually play this in their native language, and in 12 minutes they'll have everything they need to know about fire safety.
And you can get this probably on Amazon also.
Or your local
Media
library,
center.
your media center.
Or the libraries. What about the public libraries? Do they have them?
Some of the public libraries
do?
do, but your media center at the school, even the private schools, all the media centers have these DVDs. We have 2, one's for space heaters, electrical, and this is for understanding fire and how to get out of a fire, and even shows a school fire alarm drill
Oh, wow.
in cartoons.
So somebody, I mean, this is great. Wild About Safety. Who doesn't like Timon and Pumbaa?
And it's 12 minutes.
Timon and Pumbaa.
It's 12 minutes.
That's great because a lot of attention span is kind of lost. We have about a minute left. This is the coolest thing, your safety house. I
Right.
love it. I've been there. It is wonderful. It shows what?
All right, well, one of our programs that we do when we come into the school during PE time, we show the DVD or
Right.
we do a puppet show, and then we have an inflatable house, and they all practice crawling under the smoke with a smoke alarm going on and bailing out the window. And it's all done during PE, so it doesn't interfere with the academic time at all. It takes 1 day,
And that's it.
and that's it. We do the whole school.
And you know what? We're out of time.
Oh, man.
I know. Well, you can come back, right?
I
This
can.
is so wonderful. I loved it. Thank you so much. And thanks to Dwight because he was great too. And come back and join us again.
We can do it.
All right. And thank you for watching.